Hello, everyone. It's William here, and Andrew, too,
Howdy.
in the background, working on some things here at Allegory Gallery. And we are at Star Cottage Studio today, and we've got some nice things for you all today. Lots of announcements, not a lot, a few. And we are off of our time slot. Normally we come to you at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. But it's 8 o'clock now, and there's a lot of reasons for that, but a lot of them are due to the fact that we are preparing for a show actually this weekend, and so we were both up very late last night.
That's not why we're late, William.
Well,
He's making it sound nice. We are late because our water heater sprung a leak, and we've been cleaning the basement and mucking out wet, sopping clothes and drying things and putting in our bags. Our house basically looks like, like a hurricane refugee center.
it looks like we just moved in and we're college students because our clothes are in plastic garbage bags, and they've been moved out of where we keep them downstairs because we get dressed downstairs because it's nice and warm normally. And so yeah, it's crazy. And we were up, let's see, I went to the cottage last night at about midnight. Andrew joined me at around 1:30 or 2, and we were up here until I think it was 7:30 this morning. And then at 8 o'clock, well, actually it was, yeah, about 8 o'clock, I had to call because we had to schedule our hot water tank install, because we can't let this go too long. This is something we have to move on, so we don't totally flood the basement. So they called me yesterday, and they didn't tell me they were going to call on a Sunday. They actually said they would call Monday. Well, they called Sunday, and then I tried to call them back, and they have no hours. There are no hours that let you know when this phone line is open and operational. They just put you on hold. So you don't know if you're actually on hold for somebody, because I called it all hours last night, and every time they just put you on hold.
I was like, what is he listening to?
I'm like, this is not I'm sure this is not a 24-hour hotline to get your hot water tank installed. So
it should be.
It should be. But every time I got put on hold, and then finally at about 7:30, 7:45 this morning when we got home, I called them because I wanted to get in on the first. If I was going to be put on hold, I want to be at the top of the line. And I got right through, which was amazing.
Probably while they're still getting their coffee.
I know, they're like, when you're getting ready. I don't know if you've ever been a phone salesperson. I have. And, you kind of settle in and you hit your available button, and you're like, okay, surely it's going to be a nice, easy morning. It wasn't an easy morning for Laura this morning. I wasn't mean. It was just, we started early today. And it was funny because she apologized. Her computer was moving slow. I said, I move slow at this hour of the day too, because I'm not usually ever up at 7:30 in the morning. But we had not slept yet, so we did that, and then they told me that the scheduler would call me in about 30 minutes.
Not 30 minutes.
So I was supposed to get a call around 8 o'clock or 8:15, 8:30 from the scheduler. The scheduler finally called me at noon. And they told me that they'd be able to do same day. Originally, the scheduler said not till Wednesday. So we're going to have to baby our hot water tank and hope it doesn't go.
I took a cold shower. I don't know about y'all, but I prefer a hot shower.
Andrew's not one of those YouTube people that does the cold shower challenge.
Nah. I was like, what is this torture?
Yeah.
I was shivering. I still haven't warmed up.
Yeah.
I'm over here like a cat over here shivering.
Yeah.
A wet cat.
So I waited up on the couch after being up all night and all day yesterday. I got about 2.5 hours of sleep. I took a nap. So all day yesterday, all day today, 2.5 hours of sleep. And I'm waiting up on the couch for this phone call that didn't arrive until 4 hours after they said it would. And then once that happened, I passed out hard until about 4:30, and Andrew comes in and says, "What are we going to do for the live today?"
I said, what? William?
This is what he does.
William?
And I'm like,
what do you have an idea of maybe what you would like to do today during your live?
I don't know. I'm a little grumpy when I'm tired.
And then I'm like, don't sass me. And then that's the day.
So we postponed the live, everybody, and that's why, because William was trying to get a little bit of sleep.
No, we've just had a lot.
We've had a lot. It's been a lot. Mentally, this has been a lot.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting mentally. Physically, we're holding up okay.
Knock on wood.
Right, I know.
We better get the emergency and start taking it now.
I know, because we got to make it through this weekend. We got to get this stuff done. Once this weekend is over,
get the echinacea.
We're hoping for good sales this weekend. Really good sales, hopefully.
Supposedly, you can't get COVID after you just got it within a certain time period. So I may go without a mask.
Oh boy.
Which makes me super paranoid. But I also don't want people to get worried.
Like we have it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this is going to be a huge thing for
everybody's
us.
I don't know about y'all where you are, but everybody's going mask free.
It's pretty mask free up in here.
And I am loath to do so.
But it does freak people out sometimes when we wear them.
I don't mind it. I like it.
Yeah, I don't mind when people do, but it does. Some people.
I don't have to my face.
Some people here just assume you're sick.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're getting over being sick. So it's weird. It's a weird thing.
But I love it. I will wear a mask all the time.
He's like, I'm just keeping the mask. Doesn't matter.
The only thing that I don't like is it makes your face kind of oily. At least it is to me. Because we have that N95 mask that don't breathe at all. But I would wear it all the time in every single public situation.
So we've been stressed out a little bit about all this. We don't do shows very often, as many of you know.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, Andrew used to do tons of shows, but as Allegory Gallery, we don't do a lot of shows. And so it's just the whole, we haven't done a show in, 2 years probably. So at least 2 years that we've actually sold.
The last show I did that I sold at was in February of 2020, right before the close down. So
there you go. So for us, it's like not even having the show kit together and this new display that we're doing. I wish you could just set stuff on a table, y'all, and say, here it is, buy it.
He keeps trying to trick me into doing it too. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like a compromise. Like I have this idea in my mind that I want it to look fancy and nice. And people are going to say, what a beautiful booth display. And one of them's just like, throw it on a blanket on the ground.
Not quite that bad, but Andrew wants to build artificial walls to take with us.
I know. I had this idea that we could bring a greenery wall. And
if we had 6 months to prepare this,
and
we didn't even have 6 months when we found out we were in it, let alone.
I think we had a month.
Yeah, it's been a month or two, and then that's it. So. We've been pressing hard to create a brand new jewelry line, which you've seen peaks of some of Andrew's work, but this is a whole new line. We don't have back stock. We don't have, this is almost the first times doing some of this stuff.
Yeah, we've been experimenting too, because that's what you do when you
when you have no time, you should experiment, right?
But I think that's good to experiment because it could be a useful technique.
Yeah, you never know what's going to pop up.
We've been thinking of different ways of doing things, and that's always important.
Yeah, so we're exhausted, and it probably looks like it. I feel like
I need. Talking about it.
I know. I need to go and get the mini lift here.
Rejuvedarm.
The full mini lift. And pull this sagging, droopy face
I think I lost weight though. So
yeah, we're losing weight doing all these steps from the kiln to the enameling station, I think.
I know we need to get that counter.
I think it was about 5 a.m. last night, and my Apple Watch told me you got all your steps in for the day. Before I even normally wake up. Like, usually before I even normally go to bed. But I had all my steps in already for today. So that's what it is. I got about 2 or 3 times the steps that I'm supposed to have today.
Where's the fitness? Oh, fitness.
Yeah.
Does that show you?
That's my red one. It's the Move one. The Move.
What's the one that is health? Do they still have
There's
that?
a health app. You got to swipe and down and search for health. So yeah, it's and then we tried something on the laser today.
It was very disappointing.
It was both very exciting because the pieces that did come out nice were beautiful. Like,
we waited too long to take it out.
We did acrylic, and what we forgot when you do acrylic in the laser is that the laser burns through the hot plastic, right? That's what it is. But if you don't pull them out quickly enough and poke out all the little insert, like we do the cutouts and you poke out the insides. If you don't do it fast enough, the plastic, the acrylic, fuses because it's been hot. It melts back into itself, and you can't poke those pieces out.
They become one.
They become one again. And half of our batch became one again.
That was very disappointing.
It was. We were thinking about working on another kit, and we were making components for that kit. And once that happened, we were like, gotta scrap this idea for now. Don't got more time for that. So yeah. But the pieces we did get are beautiful. So we might make earrings or something out of them. Because we ran out of the acrylic too, of course.
And they don't make it anymore.
They don't make it anymore. Of course. So there you go. So that's been our day. And
it's been a long day.
It had because it had no start and no end. It's just like.
And then we're on somewhat opposite schedules, so it's like we're on shifts.
Yeah.
So like when he goes to bed, I get up
normally, and
we swap. So it's like continuous activity.
Yeah.
And then Barb is here at the cottage, and then like she leaves, and then I come, and the people, our neighbors, like, boy, y'all are getting kind of busy over there.
It's like,
because she parks on the side where they can see her. I have this like secret alcove that I park, and
he runs. But yeah, so it's like I usually get up at like 9 or so and get ready, feed the cats, go to the store. If I go to the store that day, do the store thing, come home sometimes and eat. And at that point, sometimes Andrew has just started kind of going to bed. And then I come to the cottage and work on things. And then when I'm worn out from that, I go home. And then he gets up and he comes to the cottage and he works on more things until I get ready in the morning. Usually he's not even back yet lately. He's not been back until about 3 in the afternoon most days. So we're both working.
You're gonna show them the table I built?
We're both working long hours. Okay, we can show them the table you built.
I built a table. I cleaned the cobwebs from the outhouse.
It's like, what do you do when you're preparing for a show? Anything to procrastinate.
I think it's good because for me, it's like...
It's a mental break. It's a mental clarity.
Because I don't work... Because the way I don't... Like, if I sit down to make stuff, it doesn't always happen like that. It's not a linear process. I have to get my mind ready. And so if there's little projects that
it's not the same as like studying for a test and taking the test, right? You can't just be there and be ready. Creation happens when it happens.
Well, I have to do all these tricks to trick myself into doing.
He's been trying to zen himself out for days.
And there's things like
I was to get in that flow state.
So we only have one adjustable chair, which William is sitting on it. So you can't use the tables in the metal station in the metals room are high. So you're have to stand the whole time.
Yes.
And my back, by the time we leave here, it feels like there's rocks on fire. And so
I was using the chair the one night when I was here all night. I don't know. It wasn't last night. One of the other nights when I was here a lot of the night. And I went home and I went like this, and it was like, that's the pain. That's the pain happening.
Well, I slumped over, and there was this crackling, like somebody saw firecrackers in my back. And William's like, I heard that.
I heard that.
From across the room, y'all.
Yeah.
It's like those videos on the TikTok where the chiropractor is like jangling somebody, except without another person. It's just my bones settling into one another.
All right, let's see who's with us here real quick. Hello, June. Thank you for tuning in. Susan is with us. Michelle is with us as well. Sandra is here.
Necklace is June.
Midnight. Marianne is with us. Suzanne is with us. All the AGB fam out there. Michelle. Anne is tuning in. Facebook user, sorry you went through this. Also, your rainbow book stack is giving me life. Right? Isn't that nice?
It's leaning over like the Tower of Pisa.
It's like us right now, just kind of leaning.
Barely hanging on.
Barely hanging on.
That one book is giving away. That Dream of Psychology book or something.
Holding on. It's holding on to the rest.
There's one of them. It's like it's not even. That woman who loved reindeer is she getting tired?
June says we put in a tankless water heater after our neighbor's water tank broke many years ago. We were thinking about that, but they're more expensive around here, especially because we have natural gas, and I think they're even more expensive for that. So we can't do that yet. But we would like those.
The next time.
The next time.
See, our water heater is probably 30 years old.
I don't know if it's that old because they did some stuff in the house, but it's been there since we moved in.
I mean, just judging from the fonts.
Yeah.
On the stickers.
I know they don't make that model anymore, so I don't know. I don't know how old it is, but it did still have the yellow thing that tells you the energy usage, and that didn't happen 30 years ago.
Yeah, it did. We got a refrigerator that had it on that.
30 years ago?
When I lived in Winter Park.
I don't know, the Energy Star number. Anyway, I don't know how old it is, but
old,
it's been...
You know what? They maintained it well. I feel like they should give courses on how to be an adult.
Right.
Like, oh, by the way, like you have to empty your water tank every year. Who knew?
Yeah, you're supposed to, pour that water out once in a while.
I didn't know that.
No one tells you that until things break and you research it and you find out, right? So, yeah. So that's... Anyway, we're getting a regular water heater.
Maybe the next time around.
Maybe the next time around we'll be ready for a tankless.
Instead of being disasperated on the verge of collapse.
Right. Facebook user says cold showers are horrible.
Especially when it's cold. It's one thing if it's like warm
in the summer
and you're like regulating your body temperature. It's another thing when it's cold.
Yeah.
Barnaby, he saw me come out of the bathroom and he shivered vicariously.
Amanda's with us. Marian says doesn't have to be really hot, but cold showers in the winter, no.
I thought my teeth were going to rattle
out of your head. Susan says hot water heater issues suck. The July torrential rains damaged ours during the basement floods. We had to wait 2 weeks for a new one to arrive, so any hot water came from our stove. 2 weeks of cold showers sucks too. We're very lucky. They told us it was supposed to be same day, and I was a little bit upset it wasn't same day, but it's like 2 days from now. So, and ours still works. So you can slightly use it if we need to. So I'm sorry to hear that happen, though. Anne says, I hope you have the best show. Thank you. Anne says, everyone is mask-free here. I do wear one every day on the bus and at work. I'm with Andrew.
I want to wear it, but I also want to make money. So
I know.
I might as well just get the COVID again. It'll be fine.
make enough money, we can take off those 12 days again.
I know. Go cry.
We laugh now, but geez, it took weeks for me to feel better after.
That
was not
I
fun.
was like, I don't know how people who, I don't know. I'm backtracking mentally. That's why I seem like I'm having like a stroke or something. But so this past week was Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, which some of you all saw the store tour and took advantage of the sale. So thank you so much for all of that.
We're going to talk a little bit about that in a little bit again too.
And so after, I kind of use this as like a report card time. It's like, you know, when you used to get the report cards, ours used to come in like an envelope. And it was really fun. Get that? No, it wasn't fun.
Mine was fun because I was a good student.
Yeah, I was a good student too.
I always liked report cards. My brother didn't like report cards all the time.
So anyway, so it's like a report card, but for a small business. Because then you're like, how did we do?
How did we do?
And we're like a C- student at this point.
Although during a pandemic, maybe we're not doing so bad, but.
So also though, my memories popped up and I was like shook with what I wrote before. And it's like I went back another year and checked on what I wrote and it made me even more shook because I could see where there was similarities and like where we can do better. The one thing though that one of our business coaches was talking about is to make time to celebrate the small victories. And while we've definitely fallen down in a lot of areas, there are areas that we have done better. So I can't say that I can't be completely, disappointed.
No, we've made it. We've survived through a pandemic that is still going on, albeit people not paying much attention to it anymore. But it's still out there. It's still happening. It'll still knock you off your feet for weeks.
And not just that, but inflation and everything else. Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, prices went up during COVID, and they've never come down. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Those boats are coming easier now, but those prices aren't. So, yeah, but we're still here. So, we got to try and look at that. Because we have a tendency, you look at when you're in business, and things go bad, it's hard and it makes things hard. But we're trying to focus a little bit on the positive and that we are still here. We have all of you out there who support us like crazy. And
without y'all, we're done.
Sunk. So, and this takes a lot of energy to do this nowadays, where it took a lot less energy before, even though we thought we were maxed out. I think back on those days and I'm like, But
I know. It's like, I just had a shipment come late.
Yeah. We were waiting so long in this shipment, and now we're like.
I was like, how many months? What year is this?
Right. Michelle said, COVID is running active here. Our friend just popped positive and was just working with my husband 2 days ago, testing in 2 days. Yeah, be careful out there. Hopefully you're all okay.
Maybe I will wear a mask.
I know. Suzanne says, I wear my mask outside in the public.
I never go anywhere without wearing a mask.
Marion says, I see some masks, but most are without them here. Amanda says, I still wear the mask. It's nuts around here. People coughing all over the place. Yeah, even for colds and stuff. Like
I like it.
When we were really wearing the masks all the time, we didn't get sick. And I barely had allergies. Like, it was kind of really nice. But it is harder to talk through. It is harder when you're selling things. And now there's that feeling that
people don't like to be reminded of it.
People don't like to be reminded of it. I think that's a big part of it. And people start assuming that if you're wearing one now, you're probably sick or you have a cough or, it's not that you're not trying to get it. You're not trying to spread it is the way people look at it now. So it's hard. It is hard. Sandra says, I still wear mine since I have asthma, praying the show goes successfully. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you. And yeah, people with asthma, my aunt suffers from it. She hasn't had, I think, as many issues lately, but it's hard. It's hard. And our little Barnaby cat with his asthma, he's been coughing a lot lately. But I realized one of our neighbors, someone in town close enough, is burning coal. And it stinks and it makes your throat clench up, which mine is doing right now. Just thinking about it. So I think that's part of it. And we can smell it. Like, our house is not old. But
somebody else has smoked the dope around us too.
Yeah. Someone smokes the marijuana around us. There's a lot of wood burning, which isn't as bad, I think, as the coal. But for somebody with asthma like Barnaby, I think it's affecting him a lot more, and the temperature change as well. I wake up in the morning like ha, and that's what he does pretty much every morning.
You.
Huh?
Wouldn't that be cute if he was
He's just copying me? I wish that's all it were. But
no, he's gotten what's that scan they did? Was it ultrasound or X-ray?
He got both, actually. I think they did an ultrasound and an X-ray, and they said it's still hard to tell.
Because one is for soft tissue, and
I think they did an X-ray the first time,
but it wasn't. You couldn't hardly see.
They couldn't see much, so they took him in for ultrasound. I think it was ultrasound or
a CT scan.
Something I can't remember, but they
didn't do an MRI because I don't think they do.
They don't have the technology, and they only have so much at our local vet. Although they do have a lot. So anyway, he's coughing. He's still coughing. He just was coughing as we were leaving. I hate to leave the house when he's coughing. But we give him a little medicine if he needs it before we leave. And
I hate to do it, but I also like to not go bankrupt.
Yeah, we have to make money. So, but he seems to be okay right now. But he does have issues with lung issues, and there's coal being burned around us. There's fire or wood being burned. There's marijuana, which is not great for cats. I looked that up because that's starting to happen a lot more, and it is not something that cats should be around.
Providence, I was like, what? I'm feeling slightly high. Just
Andrew's blissed out all the time.
And it was because I guess they legalized, was it recreational use or something?
I don't know, but everyone
there was
out
like
of their
cloud.
Like everyone's hotboxing in their cars, and then they drive by and wind the window, and you see the puffs of smoke. It's just like
it was like a skit out of like Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, that was interesting. Cynthia says, "Do you have a checklist for the show?"
Of course.
Andrew made a whiteboard checklist, so we're working off of that.
I need somebody to check my work.
Amanda says shows are a lot of work.
Yeah, especially when you haven't done one in 3 years.
Right. Anne says, my sister and brother-in-law were recovering from COVID and had to skip being my parents for Thanksgiving. We had the food and they had the pies. We did a food exchange outside the closed door, right? Isn't it sad?
Mm-hmm. That's just normal nowadays.
Vanessa says, hi, I figured you guys were busy today. We're busy always, but especially busy now. Suzanne says, you two have had a year and a day.
You're telling me.
Feels like it.
Though, I think about that, and I think about, so it's also been like a really good year, but also a really bad year. And that's kind of like, it's just been super highs and super lows.
And it's good for the kind of year it is. I think we did well, personally, I think we did well in the work we did and the effort we put in for the year. Did it get as big of a return as that would have gotten 2 years ago?
No,
not at all. Not at all. So
the amount of work we've done is not at all.
And I'm sure you've heard a lot of small business people talking about this and how the effort you put in is like 60 times what you used to for the same amount. And it's true, everybody. It's true. It's been rough. But it's been good too, because we're still here and we are relatively young and we have that energy right now still.
I think we've been able to pivot, We've
pivoted a lot.
I think of that Friends where he's like, pivot.
I don't remember that.
They're trying to move a couch up and down the stairs and he's like losing his mind. Ross trying to tell them to pivot.
It kind of feels like it's coming back.
I saw a meme about that the other day, and I was like, "That's my life."
Pivot. Michelle says, "I've been working with you guys on your working silence videos."
Okay.
Work with us. Yeah, thank you. Says you have been very. Whoops. Oh no, I just skipped. I hate when it does this. You have been very busy, but I wasn't watching. I was working. That's good. That's the way it's supposed to be. We're all supposed to work. You don't need to sit there and watch us. We're just working together.
You can't see what we're doing, so
can't see really. No.
I might adjust the angle when we get.
Yeah, we'll probably do different angles too.
Yeah, because like I watched one of those, I was like, I guess it's fun to work with people, but I would like to see what they're doing.
See, so. Andrew's different. I'm just like, just as long as you're there working, I'm okay. But that's good because there's all different types of people, and we're trying to, hit everybody in as much as we can.
There's surprisingly a lot of people watching them. I was surprised.
Yeah, not a ton, but I think the one we had 54 people the first night.
I was like,
what? The first time it aired, had watched it, at least some part of it. I think the average view is like 7 minutes or something, but there are some of you I know, probably Michelle, and I know Sandra said she did it, that have been watching for hours. Jenny did it. She watched for an hour. Jenny Di Benedito.
Di Benedito.
Andrew says it like that.
Because that's how she said it. I know,
Di Benedito.
She said it because I guess when she started dating her husband, she was scared to say his last name. And then when she said it like that.
Di Benedito.
So now that's how I say it.
It also helps you stop getting your tongue twisted on Di Benedito. Di Benedito. Di Benedito, right? As we mock the Italians or something. I don't know.
It's not. That's the way it comes
out. Susan says Jedi mind tricks. I think for trying to zen Andrew out. He's trying to zen himself out.
Yeah, it is.
And work. Find things to clean the cobwebs out of the outhouse to try and get your brain working.
Well, I have to use the outhouse.
It's like it's always good when there's not spiders running around when you need to use the.
It's cold, so they're all dead. But
trying to go to the bathroom and getting caught in a cobweb while you're doing it is not the best experience.
So I took an hour and cleaned the bathroom, and
you burned the boxes.
I burned the
boxes. Which was a good thing
because
because the day after he burned the boxes.
Oh my gosh, it was so windy.
The wind. I was in Latrobe at the Lowe's talking to people about the hot water tank. And I was sitting at a red light leaving there when the storm happened. And literally my car, I'm like, it looked like somebody was doing some things in that car because the car was just like rattling around on the road. And these big waves of wind and I think tiny little hail balls and rain were just like, you could watch it go across the landscape. And the red lights, the stop lights, they were on poles and the poles were waving like this. And then I started on my way home and there was a pileup of some sort on the road. So luckily, right where I was, where I stopped, there was another road cut off. So I went back to where I was and decided I had to pick up a few other things. And I was going to do that in town, but I was like, I'm not waiting in this traffic because who knows what it is at this point, probably trees. And so I went back and in about an hour or so, I had done all my shopping and started heading home. And I then saw what it was. There were, I'm not kidding, the biggest, there's this one spot along the highway where there's like a little lake and there's these huge pine trees, like super tall pine trees. One of them had tipped over. Its roots were probably like a 5-story building up in the air. And across the road, at some point, they had sawed through the logs to remove them off the road because on the side of the road were all these cut logs. So that's what it was. It would have been probably a long time waiting in traffic for that. So it was wicked.
Regular people who cleared the road.
I think so. Yeah, because
I saw a post and they're like, thanks for everybody for helping out.
I bet it was because
somebody just had a chainsaw in the back of their truck or whatever. and they just got out and started.
Because I was like, I can go and help and try and lift something, but there were tons of cars and tons of people already working on it. So anyway, the whole idea of that story is Andrew burned the boxes the day before, and thankfully, because they didn't blow off the porch, because we had a few things, we had a few hanging baskets that were on the porch sitting on the ground, and I found those all through the yard. And so thankfully the boxes were already gone.
There was so many boxes.
I
got scared at one point because the fire got too big.
Yeah, there were some big boxes, and there were a lot of boxes. Because we store up the boxes because, it saves the trash money. And we can burn them here. We have a fire pit, and sometimes we hang out at the fire pit. But you have to have the right conditions to burn. Like, it has to be not windy. It has to be a little bit wet. It can't be too dry. We don't want to set the forest on fire. You have to make sure it's really wet, because now there are dead leaves up in the trees. And if the fire goes up and catches them, they can catch the tree up above on fire where you can't put it out. So it has to be like the perfect conditions to burn. So Andrew found one day.
Yeah, we're so lucky
that it wasn't crazy windy.
It got I think on that one point, I was like, how do we normally have a fire and it doesn't get like to the size of the house? Because it just like the wind started coming up off of the flat parts, and boy, that I was so scared.
And I didn't know he was doing it. So
well, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
the ground was still frozen, but when I was doing it.
Marianne, silence, LOL. William is always asking Siri to start a 2-minute timer. Alexa does that for us here. But I do it on my watch. If I wear my watch, but I've been forgetting my watch, and then I scratch the heck out of my watch trying to repair a toilet in our house that is also leaking. Lots of stuff.
And then
our dishwasher has now started leaking. It's like the whole house is like...
I think that the hot water heater, since that went, it's like a domino.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if me shutting the water off to repair the toilet the first time damaged the water heater.
I don't know. But I tried it when I took the ice cold shower today.
I mean, not damaged it, but like set this in motion. Like it was like this close. But yeah, because I tried to repair the toilet a few days ago, and I had to turn off the water to the whole house because the valve to turn off the toilet was stuck and won't turn. So we've done that before. We've shut off the whole house for other things. When the one valve on the water heater was leaking before and we replaced it, we had to do that. And so when I was repairing that toilet, I found that the piece that I bought was broken already. So it's just like
we have to
return that. And so I couldn't fix that toilet. So that was all for nothing. And I scratched the heck out of my watch, all for nothing. So right now we have a overrunning toilet. We have that I can't shut off unless I shut the whole water to the house off. We have the hot water heater tank that's leaking, and hopefully not, but hopefully it was just some weird water pressure. But the dishwasher is now also leaking as of yesterday. So yay. Yay. And we technically have a kitchen faucet that I need to replace too, because it started, when you turn it all the way off, it's leaking. So I got to fix the gasket actually under that, or just replace the whole thing.
In theory, we have a new faucet at the store.
And I was going to work with that, but I'm like, I can't do it right now.
No.
I just can't do it right now. When there's just so much stuff, you just can't deal with it. So
I like it because then it makes me have something to think about. And then I can kind of, instead of freeform panicking, I feel like I'm doing something. It's the way that I can get something done. I feel less.
When you do a little something?
Yeah, I try to do at least one thing a day at the cottage.
That isn't work related.
Yeah. So that...
Because if you don't, you don't stay caught up. It's like you have to clean one thing in your house every day, right? Or you just have a crazy, messy, dirty house.
Our house, I don't know what it is, but the dishes There's just 2 of us in the dishes, y'all.
I don't know. It's like we eat once a day. There's just 2 of us.
The cats make all the dishes.
The cats do, because we feed outdoor cats. We feed our cats and make a lot of dishes.
I was like, I don't know, but I think we need to like box up all of our plates so we have only like 2 plates.
That's what I said. I said I want to box all of our dishware up except for 1 of each thing for us, for each of us. The rest of it goes in the basement. If we have company, we bring it up, box it up nice so it stays clean, put it on the shelf in the basement. Then we only have 1 plate, 1 fork, 1 spoon, 1 knife, each of us, 1 bowl.
We'll color coordinate.
1 cup, and then you have to wash it before you use it again. 1 pan. Well, pans and pots are different though, right? Because you got to sometimes make a whole meal. Anyway,
it's gonna be 1 pot meal.
1 pot meals from now on.
We're gonna become those people that eat the granola.
Right. June says, "So kind, thank you, Andrew," about her necklaces.
You did a good job. I like the little dingle dangles.
Susan says, "Yes, for us, a tankless water heater was cost prohibitive at this point." Yeah, they're nice, but they are at least generally twice as much to 3 times as much right now as the one we got.
Yeah, they're not as bad as we thought, because we were thinking of getting a tankless here, but
when we were researching it, I was actually surprised that they are as inexpensive now, because they used to be like $5,000. They used to be crazy.
And now it's like half of that.
Yeah.
It's less than that.
They were like $1,200. I think they started $1,200 or $1,400, but that's like the entire charge for the installation and the unit that we're getting.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why we're having a sale today.
That's why we're having a sale today. Suzanne says, "Best wishes for this show." June says, "Tankless, expensive, have to repipe the house. Trade-off. Peace of mind when you are out of town, plus worries because of California earthquakes." Yeah, I get it. Believe me, if we could do it, we would do it. Plus, there was a different, I think, a venting system, and I don't know if our vent would work for that.
Our house is too old.
Because we do have a vent that goes up and out of the roof, so that is a plus.
Stuff,
but
like our house is an old house, so.
Yeah. Vanessa says, "I hesitate to say this out loud, but I've been lucky so far. No COVID. That's great. Knock on wood, right?"
Mm-hmm. We were lucky too until we weren't.
I know. We got 2.5 years in, boom. And we're careful generally. Well, Andrew's very careful. I go out a lot of times to do errands and stuff, but I don't actually stay around people much. Like, I try to avoid. I see people I know. I look at other products. Look at other things.
People probably think we're like so.
People think we're mean or antisocial, and we kind of are antisocial a little bit.
We keep to ourselves. Like the serial killers, they're so quiet. They keep to themselves. It's just like that, except without the murder.
Right. Sandra says, "Yes, celebrate even your small wins." Right? You have to. Marianne says, "Yeah, I am still waiting for my new phone." Oh, still waiting. Oh no, it's hard to be without a phone.
In Canada.
Susan says, "My hubs has asthma, so he masks too." Amanda says, "Why in 2022 are we burning coal?" I get it. It's cheaper for people who don't have a lot of money. Coal is cheaper to burn. It's hotter. It stays hotter longer than wood.
If you blacksmith, you burn it.
If you blacksmith, you burn. It's not that though that's happening now. But somebody is burning coal, and I hate to complain too much because it's inexpensive, and I get that. I wish we didn't have to, but it does affect me. It has always affected me. I can tell driving down the road, even when the heat is on in the car and it comes through the vents, my throat feels like it starts closing up, and I've been like that ever since a kid with coal. So I know it's not good for people, and I wish it wasn't a thing, but I get it. People are doing what they have to survive right now, and if that means burning coal, I can't fault them for it at this point.
You can fault them, but then you feel like a jerk.
I know. We're just lucky we have natural gas in our house, and we have a furnace, knock on wood, that works, and we're very lucky that way. Susan says, "Yeah, we've got a few skunk smokers in my hood as well."
We also have skunks.
We do also have skunks. So you walk out of the house and it's like, which one is it today? Is that a real skunk that I have to watch out for? Because I almost ran into one the other night.
I almost kicked one. I screamed like a child.
Because we have a lot of cats around, and the cats outdoors, we feed them, for the winter. And you see them every once in a while, but they stay away from you and they kind of run. And the other night, I was walking out and there was a skunk, and it didn't run so fast. And I was like,
oh.
They waddle a little bit.
They're so cute.
They are cute. They waddle a little bit.
There's a picture of me as a child holding a skunk. And I don't know who has it. Oh my gosh. I thought I had dreamed about it. Like, you know how sometimes you like dreamed about it like so hard.
Can't tell if a dream is real. Yeah.
But I remember it. I also had a peacock feather from that same trip. It's in Kenansville.
Were you with me when I was at my Graham's house and there was a skunk mama and all these little skunk babies.
They're so cute.
And they were trying to get, we were coming down the driveway as we were leaving from a family event, and there were 3 cars. And I think we were in the front, and everyone's like, why are they stopping? It's like, because I didn't want to hit these little skunk babies. They were this big.
And they're so cute.
And they didn't know where to go. They were running toward the car, for cover. But the car's not the best cover. No. So we didn't want to get out and sort of, most animals will get out and kind of try and scare them, but not scare them, just be a presence, and they run away. But you don't want to get out with a skunk and try to scare them away. So we're slowly going down the hill at my grandparents' house. And it's a long driveway, and they just kept walking with us. So they were cute though. Anyway,
they're so charming.
Amanda says we have air purifiers in the bedrooms. It really helps. We have one in our bedroom. We should get more for the house. But
we have one in there's one in your office. There's one in the kitty litter room. There's one downstairs.
Yeah, we do have them all over, but in kind of select areas. I need to move the one out of my office now that the laser's not there.
No, I'm putting it next to the laser again.
Mm-hmm. Cindy says, try setting up the table early for a test, then break down into the car.
That's on the
list. It's on the board.
On my calendar.
He's got it.
There's some blank spots in the middle where I'm just I don't know what's happening in these blank spots. Right. All this is happening in the blank spots.
Cynthia says, pivot.
The dry run. We're doing the dry run.
Susan says, oh no. Dry run. Susan says, oh no, dead spiders and commodes don't mix. They do not.
It's better than live ones, y'all.
That's true. That's very true. Let's see here.
But so I did that. What else did we do? I mean, we've done a Herculean amount of work in a short amount of time.
Marianne says dishes multiply in the midnight hour.
I
believe it.
What y'all cats doing in the night? Y'all having farm to table up in here?
Susan says, I think our dishes and laundry reproduce behind our backs.
Our laundry, that's one thing. In New York, we had a laundry service. It was so nice. Cheap. It was 50 cents a pound.
It was, yeah. Well, it's 50 cents. Yeah, 50 cents a pound.
It was so cheap.
So you would take your bag of laundry around the block. It was just around the block, one block. And you would drop it off. Dirty. Drop it off. It would come back to you. You would come to pick it up a day later. It just took a day. Sometimes a few hours. Folded.
I don't know how they folded it. It was like a razor.
Yeah, they were razor sharp. They didn't really steam anything, but it was folded they had folding boards. I know they did that. But it was so nice. It was just 50 cents a pound, and it did get expensive, but a load of laundry, a big load, it was 20 or 30 bucks, and it was folded. You just put it in your dresser or put it in your closet. Done. Didn't have to fold. If somebody wants to wash my clothes for 50 cents a pound and fold them, I got a job for you, right?
That's what I'm gonna work extra hard so we can get somebody. They said there's an Amish person that comes and does their laundry, and they're not very expensive. I said, you know what? Let's work a little bit harder so that they can come and do our laundry.
Right. let's cancel one subscription or something a month, and we'll be able to
cancel them all.
I'll cancel them all for the
go
laundry.
Back to watching DVDs.
Susan says, "How old is your house?" Is it 70s?
No.
50s?
Hey, is Susan watching? Susan Dick?
I don't know.
She would know because she lived there.
Yeah.
Not in our house. She lived across the street.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how old it is. I think it's the 50s.
It was renovated in the 70s. I don't know.
And the new windows were put in, I think, after that, and a new roof after that.
Yeah, the new roof happened while we were in town, because I remember when that storm came through.
Yeah.
There was our car got damaged from that.
Yeah.
There's a hailstorm.
Teresa is joining in. Thank you for joining in. Her old Marion says, my old still works, so it's just annoying. Okay, that's good.
What is that?
Her old phone still works.
Oh.
Susan says, our home actually has a cool bin, which is bricked up and not in use. That's kind of cool, though. Yeah, that's a neat thing. Amanda says, I'm surprised burning coal in residential areas is allowed. I don't know if it is.
Nobody's going to stop them.
But nobody, at this point is probably going to stop them.
Where we live, it's not. The place that sells the coal is here.
That's true. There's a big coal company here. Susan says, at least the skunks weren't bears. Yeah.
That's where Cynthia lives. They have bears.
Cynthia says, it helps so much. Dry setup, right? Dry run. Teresa says, I was sprayed by a skunk when I was manager of a large resort a while ago. Yikes. I don't actually mind the skunk smell, but I don't think I would want it on me. It bothers Andrew. I think it just smells like rubber a little bit. I actually don't mind it. But it does affect Andrew. Yeah,
I feel like I must be maybe allergic to a little bit because my throat closes up.
Let's see here. Michelle says, I worked at a dry cleaner. Nice. It was called Fluff and Fold. I know.
You're in California, but make it worth your while. All them beads.
Diane says, I do your laundry for payment in beads.
Hey, you want to make me some curtains?
No, that's Diane Heskin.
Oh.
Not Diane Davis.
I was like, let's do it. Let's do
He's got a job for Diane.
She helped hem the curtains, and they look so good.
I know.
And there's extra fabric.
We need lots of curtains in here.
Yeah, because I was like, you can see directly in the building.
Yeah. All right. So we've talked for almost an hour, like we often do. If you're still watching, please hit share.
We'll make this one quick.
I know, because we have so much to do, and then we're like, it's going to take us 2-3 hours to do this. Oh well. We like hanging out with y'all. It's the one time in our day we talk to people.
Now is.
Suzanne says, I'd do your curtains if I lived closer. Thank you. We appreciate that.
I haven't sewn in such a long time.
I know. I always have this idea that I'd like to sew and learn how to make stuff, but it's not going to happen.
I used to sew all the time.
Like, I wish I could whip up my own shirt or something. Like
I was never.
I admire Azalea that she can do all that.
I would make I made these art quilts, so they look terrible, but it was okay.
They can be terrible, but it's okay.
It was my artistic statement.
Right.
Like, I use these zigzags, and this professional, she was a real seamstress. She was like, she looked at my construction, and she was not impressed, let me tell you.
So today we have some things for you. We're going to do a gemstone sell down. That's the title of this video.
Tell them about the thing first before they can't take advantage of the sale.
Yeah, or we will too. Okay, so we have that, but first, there's more. There's some things first. So we have a sale going on right now.
It's called our hot water tank sale.
our small business weekend sale is happening. It's discount code SBS. It was originally Small Business Saturday. SBS is the code online. There are lots of links that you can just hit the link and it'll automatically put that in your cart. But if it doesn't, you can just add SBS to your discount code in the cart and save 20% in the online store, but that only lasts until 11:59 p.m. tonight, and it's 9 o'clock pretty much right now. So you have just about 3 hours to save if you'd like to get in on that savings. This is probably the last sale of the year. So if you do want to get gifts or get some things to make some gifts, now's the time. Save that 20%. You know our prices are low anyway, all the time, but this is a little extra bonus at the end of the year for y'all and for us to make some money, to make it through the winter. We did a live view of the store. We did a store tour on Saturday night from 7 to about 10. It took about 3 hours to do. And you can claim from that also, as long as you get your emails into us by 11:59 tonight, you will also get 20% off everything in the store. So you can order from the store by looking at that video. Right now, if you watch the whole video, you probably run out of time. So fast forward through the parts to where you want to see. But you can do that. And if you have sent in an email already, I have not responded to all of them. As I said in that video originally, it will take me a few days, possibly not until after this weekend, to get to those. But as long as you get your emails into us.
He's going to do it tomorrow night, y'all.
I'm going to try and do it tomorrow night, as long as nothing else pops up.
Nah, you're still going to do it.
I'm going to work on that. Hopefully, after I get home. After I get home from my other job, I'm going to go down to the store and open up and try to get through those emails. But I'm just warning you, I may not get to everybody, but I'm going to try.
He's going to do his best.
Yes.
So that's all you can do, William.
Right.
Celebrate this small victory.
As Andrew looks at me and says, "Get it all done."
Correct. I'm like, dude, we need that cash money.
So that will be happening most likely tomorrow. So get your emails in. That's another thing too, is I like to go through all the emails at once. So I was kind of, even if I could have gotten them done today, I probably wouldn't have, because it's just easier to be down at the store and get into that project and do it. So I'm waiting till after midnight tonight.
Also, when the store's not open.
When the store's not open, because even if I have help there, people want to talk to me. Because that's, when you're the owner, people like to talk to you. So I will be doing that in the nighttime tomorrow. So if you did send an email, don't worry. I probably got it.
Gotta wait.
See, Vanessa is asking, did you see my emails? Yes, I did see your emails. So, yeah. Send in any emails before then. Only emails and questions about things that you send in before midnight tonight count. All right? That's to get that 20%. You can always ask us for stuff in the store. But to get that 20%, get your emails in by tonight so that I can start working on them tomorrow. So that was that. We also put a new product in the online store today. Just before this video, we have created some ready to go. These are ready to go. They are ready. You don't have to wait. They are mystery grab bags. Mystery grab bags. Now these mystery grab bags.
Here, let me show.
Andrew's going to show it. They could have check glass, vintage check glass, handmade glass. They could have gemstones, gemstone strands, gemstone beads, ceramic, some crystals possibly. There's a lot of stuff.
I'm not going to show it too close.
Don't show it too close.
You just give a side view.
You just get a side view. There they go. Oh, there they are. They are ready to go because we know, sometimes when we do the mystery boxes, they take a while, and we know that. So we're making little mystery grab bags. They are.
Well, I try to make them nice, and then it takes so long that I feel bad.
So then he makes them nicer.
I try to add more to it so that it makes it to apologize for how long it took. And then at this point, we're just going to basically send you our building.
Yeah. So we've made these mystery grab bags. They are ready. I think there are just over 20 of them. They are $32 each. You can save in the online store tonight. If you get your order in, you can save that 20% on these even as well. We were going to think about waiting until after the sale to do that, but we said give them a bonus. If you want a mystery grab bag, we'll get that to you. $32 less 20% brings it down to about $25.60, I think it was.
There's a lot on them.
There's some nice stuff. So if you want a mystery grab bag, they are now in the online store. Suzanne says, if you show it's not a mystery, right? We're going to show just the side.
I'm not going to show too close.
No. So those are in the online store now, and you can get them. They're at the very top of the page. Mystery grab bag. There's a little graphic. It's a mystery grab bag, like our It's a Mystery box. And there are a limited supply. Once they are gone, they are gone. We're probably not going to make any more for a while. So get them. They'll ship right out. No waiting like the mystery boxes. And good to go. So I think it's a good deal. We always try and pack our things with good deals. So if you're paying $25 to $32, you're going to get.
Also, these are not shipping priority.
No.
So that saves also.
That gives us a little boost, a little bit more room to add more stuff.
Because usually we build that into the price.
Right. So we didn't have to do that. So these are ready to go for you. If you want to grab them, grab a mystery grab bag, top of the online store, allegorygallery.com, and get your order in. You'll save 20% off of it through midnight tonight. So that's that. And also, for all of you who love the creative make-alongs on Zoom, we picked a date for the next one. We are going to do that on December 16th. 1/6. December 16th, that's a Friday. That's going to be our next creative make-along. There is no particular kit that this one revolves around. So this is if you bought anything from us at Allegory Gallery, or even someone else, but hopefully from us, you can make stuff with it with us.
We were going to make a kit and then it didn't work out.
We've been trying to make kits, but they said we had laser problems today, issues, and it wasn't the laser's fault this time necessarily.
User error.
User error a little bit. So the kit is going to happen at some point, but not quite yet. Sorry, I have to adjust my screen. I don't know if you're seeing that. Hopefully you didn't see that. So I had to. My screen goes yellow at 9 o'clock to turn off the blue light, and when I'm still doing work things, it makes me a little crazy. Plus, I'm nowhere near sleeping right now, so I don't have to.
I was like, "What you doing? Trying to go to sleep?"
I don't have to tone down the. It's just an automatic setting.
You don't need to relax.
He says, "You ain't relaxing yet."
Who's got time to relax and think about
life?
Think about your light holes.
Suzanne says, I'll have to put something aside for then. It's the only Zoom that I really like. Good. Yeah, it's fun. And so December 16th, put it on the calendars now, y'all, because last time people said they were surprised when the date came up. And the date was in the description for the kit. We talked about it on the video. So put it in the calendar, December 16th. It's always generally from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. And we hang out with our faces. You don't have to show your face, but it's more fun if you do. And we hang out together and we chat and we make stuff. So creative make-along on Zoom by Allegory Gallery, December 16th from 7 to 9 p.m. All right. And I will publish that information in the Design Challenge group as well. If you're not in the Design Challenge group, join us. It's on Facebook. Facebook.com/group/Allegory Gallery Design Challenges. It's a mouthful, but it's worth joining.
We're going to change it, maybe.
We keep talking about changing the name. I like AG Bead Fam, but I am worried that fam, and this is my, my weird worries. I'm worried that fam is one of those things that is too, like, au courant right now, and then in a few years it's going to look funny.
People are like, what they doing, fam?
Be like, fam, that's such old. So I do like AG Bead Fam.
What's that word that is like that?
There isn't one. And like is the thing.
No. What's a word that?
Oh, that's old now. We used to use. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if that would date it or if fam is going to be one of those things because it's still being used. The kids are using it. I hear them talking about it all the time. So maybe it'll hang around. I don't know.
Like when they say cool beans.
Yeah, cool beans. That was
Where
like a
did that
90s.
even come from?
That was like a 90s thing, right?
I know, but whose beans were cool?
Bart Simpson. Didn't he say cool beans? I think I had a t-shirt with him with its little bubble, cool beans.
But when did beans become like cool?
I don't know.
Like someone was like, hey, there's some pinto beans. They are so cool.
Yeah. So that's the only thing. Susan says AGB Tribe, AGB Alliance. Yeah, I don't know.
That's even more mouthful.
Yeah, I like AGB fam, and I like the hashtag. I really like it, actually. So we got to think about it. But I think the group needs to change names because it has to symbolize what it is now. Suzanne says it sounds political. Can, right? Alliance or no, AGB Alliance. I think she's talking about the one Susan.
I like we're Avengers.
Like we're the AGB Alliance. I kind of like that too, but
Alliance assemble.
Right?
AG Alliance assemble.
Right. So
get your beads out.
It is hard to think of these things, right? Because you have to think of something that's going to last.
And that just flows off the tongue.
Right. Something
like
that flows.
Swifties.
Something nowadays that's hashtagable, and AGB fam is. But just something that will also stand, a little bit the test of time, but yet be cool.
I
and
saw
not so stodgy.
Benedict Cumberbatch. They were talking about what people call their fans. And he's like, I don't want to talk about it. Because I guess they're called cumber bitches. And he said that they picked that for themselves. But he doesn't feel comfortable saying that.
Right. Cynthia said, we also struggle to come up with a good name for our Facebook, for a Facebook group name for a Green Girl Studio group. Yeah, it's hard.
Like
right?
The Silkies, that makes sense.
Yes.
The Candy Canes, or the Canes.
Canes, that makes sense.
For Candy Cooper. Yeah. What's another one?
I don't know. Some of them have such good names, and it's like it just kind of flows, or it just naturally evolves.
And we don't do just one thing either.
Yeah, like some people are just about one thing, and we do so much. So it is hard. And it's hard to pick something. I mean, we've had the Allegory Gallery Design Challenges group since we started the store, even before that, I think. No, it couldn't have been before because it was named that. But it was.
We've had it a long time.
We've had it a long time. And so, and Facebook groups have changed too, right? It used to be like the group was about the kits, the design challenge kits, and that was all about just about the kits. And then as things have evolved, we have like 900 people in that group, and we don't make 900 kits. So at least not all of one kit. So
imagine what that'd be like.
Oh, I don't know if I can.
We made 100 kits one time. I thought I was gonna cry blood because it was so boring and it took so long.
So we're yeah, I don't know, but we want to have something that's going to last. So we are thinking of names. Probably once our emotional turmoil here is over in the next few weeks.
Next few months.
Next few months. Let's just say weeks. Let's just pretend.
It's a couple months.
Let's pretend. I know we got January things to do, but
basically our trouble times won't end until the middle of February.
And then it's my birthday. Yay! Maybe I can relax for my birthday. That'd be a good present. A good present to actually relax.
I doubt it. That's the timeline, William. Because right after Handmade Arcade, we have to start fundraising for Tucson.
Andrew's going to Tucson, y'all.
And then we go to ECU. And then, so I was thinking about when we drive down, because William's taking the symposium too. That I'll drive you to wherever you can fly back. And then I'll just stay the week. And then
and then drive over to Tucson.
And then we're gonna road trip.
Road trip, you and Cynthia.
I don't know if Azalea's gonna go. She's learning how to drive supposedly.
Oh, good. So anyway, everybody,
gonna get used to driving the van.
Once Andrew leaves for Tucson, William gets to relax.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna send you a list.
I'm gonna send me a work list. So yeah, that's life here, everybody. That's my list too. I had a list of things to talk about. I am getting tired. So before I get too tired, let's turn the camera around and see what we've got going here.
Yeah, help pay for our new water heater.
Buy some of those mystery bags, grab bags, mystery grab bags. Grab bags.
It kind of sounds like grab ass stuff.
No. More people know grab bag than grab ass.
Am I allowed to say that?
Cynthia says Azalea wants to come.
Okay.
So it looks like y'all are going to be road tripping. I'm going to stay home with the cats.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going to do.
Somebody has to stay home.
I like that part. I do like Tucson. I haven't been to Tucson in a long time, and it's a nice break in the middle of winter, but someone has to stay behind.
Mr. Barnaby.
From Mr. Barnaby and
he needs his power shots.
Mr. Gilbert.
Gilbert, he's kind of self-sufficient.
He is, but he likes love sometimes on his own terms. All right. Let's flip this camera around and get to doing this, y'all. Please hit the share button. Please, please, please. This is a new time of day for us, so I know it's a little bit odd.
I kind of like it, though.
I kind of like it, too. I don't know. We do the live at 5 because we close the store at 5. And it just naturally works, right?
But I always feel rushed.
It is rushed because
going back to work at the store.
Oh, Andrew's gonna come down and work with me?
No, on Tuesday.
He says no.
And the reason why is because I used to promote more in store when I was at the store.
That'd be good.
So I was thinking about it.
People would like that.
Would they?
Yeah,
they done forgot me.
Being Andrew Day. So yeah, I don't know what we were talking about.
With me working at the store, I think it's because we looked at our numbers for Small Business Saturday, and then it did that. How they called Scared Straight, where they have the children talk to the prisoners.
Yeah.
And then
that's when they put the kids in the prison and made them do the boot camp.
Didn't they make them talk to them first?
Yeah, they did.
And then they were like sassy. And then they're like, I'm going to smack the sass out your mouth. And
then they were like, you don't want to turn into me. So, yeah. So
did it work? I wonder where are they now?
Follow up.
That's the one I want to see is where are they now?
Follow up. All right, everybody. Here we go. We're going to look at who's ready to race. So she's ready. Who's ready? She's ready. Get on with it all. Get on with it. We can't see your face. It's time. Suzanne says, this is right before bedtime for me. Oh, yeah, we were talking about the time. We might switch the times of our videos. 5 o'clock is a little bit.
8.
Maybe not quite 8. Maybe 6.
So that you have time to prepare where there's not people.
Yeah. Because I'm usually, if it's been a busy day in the store, which hasn't happened lately, but if it is a busy day, it gets hard.
Because sometimes people would come in right at the end, and then I would feel frantic.
Yeah. So here is Peach Moonstone. Peach Moonstone. So we're doing, if you want to know what we're doing today, we're doing the Gemstone Sell Down. So this is lot CM for Cyber Monday 1. To purchase from this video, take down each lot number and send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com if you'd like to claim these. So this is lot CM1. This was $42. We're doing a 20% off sale. We're giving you 20% off of these as well today.
So all the prices are wonkadoodle.
Yeah, so that's $33.60. That's what your final price will be. You'll see 42 on the invoice, and then I will take the 20% discount, so it'll be $33.60 is what it will be.
Yeah, the prices, you mean like, why did they go and they didn't round down or round up?
Right, it's because that's the discount price, and we're not taking a discount off of this. It's already taken on here, all right? So this is lot CM1. Send that to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com if you would like to claim it. Please, if you send us an email, please be ready to claim it if you win that lot, and be ready to pay, because we will send you an invoice.
I don't want to shame anybody, but somebody did it where they picked a whole bunch of stuff and then they didn't claim it. And I thought I was going to cry because it created weeks of work.
And please do check your inboxes to see if you have any invoices from us, if you're expecting any. We have a few invoices that are getting older. And so if you do have one, please check it out and pay when you can. If you are having issues right now, we know people do, please write us.
Just let us know.
Otherwise, the system is going to continually at random moments sending you reminders. And I do know that, when we're behind on anything, the last thing I want to see is a reminder that I need to pay something. Mm-hmm. So that's like bad, sad times. So we get it. We can work out a payment plan with you if you want, if that would work. We do hope you'll still take the items, but we can work out a payment system. All right. Susan says, I'm on closed captioning, and some of the things it comes up with are inadvertently hilarious.
It's probably not too far from the truth.
Andrew has also, I gotta watch how hard I breathe over here. Okay, so these are peach moonstone, beautiful tubes of peach moonstone. You also get those beautiful rounds of peach moonstone in between each one. How about that? I think this is a little bit low because I think it's. There we go. Susan says, I was one of those. I had it in my checkbook, but forgot the other step. It's not a problem. I don't mind. I actually, when I see people who normally pay pretty quickly not paying, I start to worry, actually.
That they are alive.
That they're having a hard time, or that, yeah. So it's not.
Because you're our friends now.
Yeah, y'all are our friends. And when we see people not paying after a while, and we know they're usually pretty quick, like some people always take a week or so, or 2 weeks, depending on your paycheck. And we get that. But when we see it happening, we start to get concerned. Either you're having a hard time or something's wrong and you're afraid to ask us or talk to us about it. So never be afraid to talk to us. Okay, so this is peach moonstone. This is a big strand of peach moonstone. Beautiful peach moonstone too. I don't know if you can see it because it's dark. We have no natural light, but there's nice sparkle in a lot of these. Nice flash. Lot CM1, originally $42. We'll give you 20% off, so that brings it to $33.60. All right. Next up, lot CM2. CM2, originally $36, now $28, and that's a beautiful price for this beautiful Amazonite. Yeah. These Amazonite smooth rondelles.
That's not Amazonite, that's aquamarine.
Oh, aquamarine. What am I talking about? Aquamarine. Beautiful. That even makes it better, actually. Beautiful aquamarine. And this is only $28 after the discount. Beautiful, smooth rondelles. Check that out. How do you like those?
Do you like it better that I'm putting the prices?
Yeah. Does that help everybody? Because I know a lot of times we'll say, oh, you'll get 10% off this price if you order, or 20% off if you order in the next whatever. Does it actually help to see the price? Like this is $36 originally. It's going to be $28.80. If that's helpful, that's something we can continue doing.
But if not, then I will.
Then there's
my mental energy of
right
getting the calculator.
So here they are, aquamarine, $36.
I love the variation.
Me too. I love these little. When it's this one right here is my favorite one on this strand. When it has a little bit of that brownie red with that blue.
The mix and match.
Yeah, I like that. So there's that, CM2. Remember, there's only one of each of these strands, everybody. Only one. So first person to send us that email is the person who gets to claim it. It sounds weird to say it's the person that gets to pay for it, but I know, right?
He's thinking about that water bill.
I know, right?
I can't imagine what our water bill is going to be.
I hope it's not going to be crazy. This is quartz and agate. Look at that. That one right there. Beautiful. Sandra says, I like seeing the price. So this was originally $32. You're going to get 20% off. Now remember, you have to order these fast to get this discount because the sale ends tonight. This is CM3. It'll be $25.60 once we take the discount off. $25.60. And honestly, y'all, I think these are really great prices. Andrew went through his stash of beads to get these. And I think these are like earrings. Boom. Done. Nice. I think you can make earrings like this, sell them for 18 bucks each at least, and sell 2 pair. And right there, you have that much left over and your strands paid for. Pretty good deal. Pretty good deal.
In theory, there's a set of earrings around here that look like
I just, right here. Whoops, as I knocked that over. But they look like they're these. See? But they could be these.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Nice.
Easy.
Easy, quick.
Also for gifts.
Right? Delightful
that time
gifts.
Of year, y'all.
Would that not be gifts? Or if you're donating to, some libraries do fundraisers in the holiday season, various places.
Oh, tomorrow's Day of Giving. Tuesday, Day of Giving.
Yeah, that's after Cyber Monday. So here's some lavender amethyst, lot CM4. These are really pretty.
I think you just need one, right?
Just one.
Put it on a head pin and put maybe some bead caps or something. I mean, you could make a big statement piece, or you could really stretch that out.
Yeah.
Use it as like a bracelet bar and a bracelet.
That'd be cool. And people love amethyst. Even if you know nothing about stones and their properties and all that, people know amethyst, right?
I mean, this is an unusual one. It's not like, it's a little bit more clear.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's nice.
And you can see, I know on my camera, I can see the purple here, but there's purple throughout that's lighter and darker. So the dark ones are really standing out on camera to me, but the light ones are getting lost a little bit. But it's a nice strand. $32, now $25.60. CM4.
I mean, you could take it a lot of different ways. Pair it with clear quartz and bring out all the clear in it. Or put darker amethyst and bring out the purple.
Ooh, this is nice. CM5. Muscovite. Beautiful muscovite.
Isn't that pretty? I love that.
Me too. Look at that flash on there. I think you can see that.
I think that would be good for our winter holiday jewelry.
Yeah, it would be this kind of burgundy reddish color.
With the sparkle.
With the sparkle in it. Beautiful strand of muscovite. Lot CM5, originally $32, on sale through midnight tonight, $25.60.
That'd be really good in like a ladder stitch and have beads around the side. Wouldn't that be nice? For like a bracelet.
Do it, everybody. Somebody do it.
Or just a little segment as a focal.
Right? Lot CM5 muscovite. CM6 coming out.
It's rhodonite.
Rhodonite. This is a nice example of rhodonite.
Usually rhodonite has black in it, but this one doesn't.
This is probably a lot more expensive than we're charging. Without the black, how do you get just the pink? That's some nice cutting. That's a nice big sample. Rhodonite, originally $32, now $25.60. Hardly any black in that rhodonite. You don't see this anymore. This is Andrew's private stash. And these are probably very old prices too.
It is.
So you are getting a good deal. Lot CM6, originally $32, now $25.60. Are y'all enjoying these? Let us know in the comments. I know once these start, the comments start to wind down because everybody's paying attention.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
That is good. But I'd like to also know you're still out there, everybody. You liking these? Still awake? Not just falling asleep listening to me drone on?
I did that when you did the store tour.
Andrew, he did. He fell asleep.
First I fell asleep standing up shaving my face. And then I was like, let me just lay in the bed and watch it. And then Gilbert came up and warm my pudenda, and then next thing I know, about an hour into the store tour,
I suddenly stopped seeing Andrew comment on anything. I'm like, he must have finally taken a nap. So this is lot CM7. This is synthetic strawberry quartz.
it's still pretty. It's carved though.
It is carved.
It's got beautiful. I could have used that in a kit that I'm making.
And there you go. If you don't buy it, Andrew might use it in a kit.
So you'll get it one way or another.
Right. Lot CM7 was 32 as well. Now 25.60. 25.60. Suzanne says it's nice, but I can generally do the math, but it's handy. Yeah, some people are better at mental math. I know that. So sometimes it's just nice to see.
When I'm shopping, I can do mental math, no problem.
Cynthia says, I like the shape of the strawberry quartz.
Isn't that pretty?
It is pretty.
Carved.
Marianne says, I'm sleepy. I've been up since 4:15 a.m. I've been up since midnight last night.
You took a nap.
That was before midnight last night.
No, during the day.
Oh, I did take a nap during the day. I should say that. I did finally get a nap today. I forgot I napped today, everybody. That's what kind of day it's been. This is Pink Opal, everybody. Pink Opal, lot CM8 was $38. Now it will be $30.40 if you order before midnight tonight. Get those emails in. Pink Opal. I like that. These little faceted, little pillowy, cushiony, diagonally, whatever, diamondy things. I like them. That's all technical stuff.
Squares.
See, there you go. That's the technical term. Pillowy. I think that sounds better. Pillowy.
Pillow top.
Sandra says, I have a meeting at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. I have to be up for my other job tomorrow morning, too.
You have to be up earlier than that.
Why?
To take my package to the post office.
That can happen at the same time. Let's see. M9 is going to try and get me up early. Michelle says those were creamy. They were, right? Those pink opals were creamy.
Peaches and cream, y'all.
So this is blue fire agate. Look at these. These are like twisted ovals. Blue fire agate. That must be a hard shape to try to cut. Like, you can't just take them and like twist them, right? You have to cut it like that. That's wild.
I can't imagine.
I know, like how, like, and get that smooth and that transition.
I was gonna take this lapidary class, but then I was like, how many things do I need to know?
Right. Now, this one does have a cracked one on the edge right here. So we take that into account in the pricing already, and we like to bring that to your attention when things like that happen. But look at these.
Look at all the other ones.
Each one is beautiful in its way. Susan says, oh, this is a nice strand. CM9 was $32. Would have been a little more if there wasn't that cracked one on there. Now it's $25.60. Blue fire agate. Look at that color, everybody. Gorgeous strand. CM9. All right. Ooh, this next one's a beauty. CM10. CM10 aquamarine. Lot CM10 was $42, now $33.60.
I love that strand.
Oh, that isn't. I'm surprised Andrew parts with these sometimes.
Too.
That is some quality aquamarine for that price.
What did it, William, is the cold shower.
The cold shower made you part with some goodies. He said the beads aren't keeping me warm.
I take pictures of my feet. What I have to do, I have to rub. Let's get this done.
Oh, you gotta laugh, everybody. Aquamarine.
Cry in the cold shower.
As the tears freeze on your face.
Correct. I saw my breath in the shower. I said, this is not right, y'all.
So lot CM10 was 42. If you order before midnight tonight, 33.60. Now remember, I will be going through these lots probably tomorrow as well, just as I will be going through any online store tour emails that we did. But make sure you get them all before midnight tonight into us so that you can save that 20%. That's how you reserve the 20%. Even if you have questions about something, the fact that you sent in an email asking a question about something will reserve that 20%. So if you're like, I don't know if I want to order this because I need to talk to them about, at least send us an email to say, hey, what about this? What is this? Whatever your question is, get that email in because that'll reserve your 20% discount, even if you don't order for a few more days after we kind of work through the questions.
Yeah, if it's our fault that it takes longer, you get more grace period.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear Andrew over there. If it's our fault that it takes longer, you get the grace period. That's fine. So if you get your email in, but I don't get back to you about your questions until 3 days from now, you still get to save that 20%. That's our fault, not yours.
Yeah, we're not automated machines.
Right. So CM10, $42 down to $33.60 if you order by midnight. Eastern time. That's Eastern time, everybody. And I'm not going to be crazy hard. If it's midnight your time, wherever you are, as long as by the time I start working on these emails tomorrow, it's into us. I'm not going to be crazy about the timestamp.
It helps.
It does help. It does help.
Then it doesn't get all shuffled with all the other stuff.
Yeah. It helps to be able to sort by date and time. But I know things happen too. So this is quartz coming up. This actually looks like amethyst, but it's marked as quartz. There's a little bit of purple in it. At least it looks like to my eyes. This is CM11, $28. This is a cool shape. Let me see if I can turn that so you can see the shape of those. I think these are really fun. So this is CM11. We're calling it quartz. $28 down to $22.40.
Well, amethyst, it is a sort of quartz.
Yeah. But I feel like that has a purple tinge to it.
Real light on some of them.
Like right in here, there's some light ones.
I love that cut.
Me too. That's what I think is the most intriguing about this is the cut. It's four-sided like that. Okay. Did I say, Suzanne, just ordered on the website? Thank you. I don't know if I said that. Thank you. I read it in my own head once already. I don't know if I said it out loud. So thank you.
Her necklace too.
Which one?
That summer solstice kit, and that looked good.
Nice. I know I've been trying to keep up with what people are making and tune in once in a while to the group when you all share.
I don't always say anything, but I always
try to say something and like it or love it or whatever. I do try, but I don't always get there. Sandra says they're a cool cut. They are, right? Next up, CM12 was $65. So you know this is a nice one. Was $65. Ooh, this is a nice specimen right here.
Somebody got the sister strand to this one already.
Okay. Andrew had two of these and at one point put it up. Whew. I wish you could see that in the light.
I'm looking at it.
Right? Look at this. CM12. $65 originally, now $52. This is pre-night. Beautiful, gorgeous pre-night.
And the one that looks like grass clippings in it is epidot.
Epidot.
Am I saying that right?
Epidot or epidote?
Epidote.
I don't know how.
Epidote.
Epidote.
She's gonna watch that and be so pissed. Thanks, Andrew.
Cindy says, I like that pre-night, right? And they're faceted drops, everybody. Like, these are stunning. And they just go on and on and on. Look how many of them there are. They just go on and on and on. So this is pre-night, 1 strand available, lot CM12, originally $65. If you get that in before midnight, $52, everybody. $52. You save the 20% off of that $65 price. Now, if you send us this after I've already done the tabulation, then it's $65, everybody. Okay, so get those emails in quickly, please. I just love this strand. I just want to sit here and look at it, but I have to keep moving. To keep moving, everybody. On to lot CM13, lucky number 13. This strand was originally $115. It'll be down to $92 with the discount. This is turquoise. Beautiful turquoise. Not dyed. Looks maybe like stabilized, but not dyed. Stabilized is a good thing, so it doesn't turn to powder. Lot CM13, $115 originally, down to $92 with the discount. What are you bringing over?
I was just going to show this real fast.
What are you going to show? What do you got to show? Okay, let me show them this. These beautiful turquoise beads. All different colors. You got the green in some of these. You got that beautiful blue, mostly that beautiful blue. But some of these have that beautiful combination of blue and green, like that. Some of them are more green, like these two. Beautiful drops of turquoise. $115, now $92 if you get your order in by midnight tonight, Eastern Time. Lot CM13. Instructions for claiming tonight are scrolling along the bottom of your screen. So to purchase from this video, take down each lot number that you would like and send that to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. Andrew, do you know if these are Hue Bay or what they might be?
Hue Bay is the one with more of the
Usually
pattern.
it's more of the patterning.
So that looks like it. That's probably Hue Bay. I don't know off the top of my head. I think it's Hue Bay.
Okay, Vanessa was asking.
Sometimes Hue Bay is more green.
A lot of times it is more green, so that's why it throws me off. There are a few, but it has so much of the blue. Normally we don't see Hue Bay in the blue as much. So I'm not 100% sure.
I need to look at my chart.
It's been a long time since Andrew got those.
Okay, so just show this real fast.
What am I showing? Move this up.
So I was cleaning, and I found this drawer.
This drawer?
And they had
I remember this drawer. Look at all this resin Andrew did at one point.
It made me think of Cynthia's videos. She's been doing resin videos.
Vanessa says, I was thinking Arizona because of the blue.
Royston mine. So anyways, so Cynthia, my sister of Green Girl Studios, has been doing videos on how to make resin and how you can add color to it. And so I thought I would share some of the stuff I made.
I liked that video the other night. I think I fell asleep though. I have to watch the end of it.
You mean last night?
Was it last night? Yeah, it was Sunday. Sunday night they do videos oftentimes. And I watched the first part dedicated and then I just drifted off.
So here's some of the stuff I made.
There's some of Andrew's resin pieces.
These are way not finished.
No.
In case you're like, oh, he needs to go back to...
That's why they didn't get put up for sale. Ooh. That's why they're not for sale, everybody. Because I'd have sold them if they were...
This is what happened. Show this bendy. This is what happened. Go ahead, bend it. That's what happens when you don't mix your resin right.
Yeah, this is like... How long have these been in a drawer?
That's been in the drawer for...
And it's still bendy?
Several years.
And it's still bendy?
Normally they're like that, where you break your fingers before.
Anne says, I have that bunny finished. Yes, some of these got produced.
Oh, look at that pendant. That Be Bold one.
I know. What happened? Why is that in here?
I don't know.
Be kind, be bold. That was for sale.
Oh, wow.
He took it back, everybody.
Oh, I made that for your grandma.
That's nice.
Remember?
I don't remember.
It was on her fireplace.
Oh, nice. I forgot about that. What is this one? Look at that one.
I only made one because it's so humongi.
But I love that.
The deer.
Can you see the white one under the bag that looks like a sun? This one.
That was terrible.
Some of these were half finished.
There's that cat. I did a whole series of cats, and I painted them to look like different cats.
Sell the Be Kind pendant on this video, Anne says.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anybody want
to? I don't know
what did I just do with it now?
Examine it closer.
I'll let you examine it because you're going to know
what's wrong with it.
If there's anything wrong with it.
I think I didn't sell it because it's kind of the way that it's set in there is kind of weird.
I remember these. I love these.
I was going to make a Cornelius.
Vanessa says, how much are those?
No,
he's not selling any of these. This is like your Fly Bravely girl almost.
I did Bird Girls.
Bird Girls. The foxes. I remember those.
Oh my goodness, those I spent so long painting those.
Yeah, you did.
And I was like, how long did I spend on these?
There's the Krampus.
I should make that Krampus knot.
Krampus.
Coming soon.
Very soon. So yeah, look at all these.
That bag out.
Take the bag out too. Heart. I like these little drops. There's a lot of these little drops.
That was our first lives. Do you remember that?
No.
We did a tutorial on how to pour resin. Was my first lives. It's called Fantasy Stones.
There you go. I remember the name. There's this monkey.
Yeah, we and then I taught at Kate's workshop, and she was like, "You need to show me how to do resin." She busts out this box with all these molds in it. I said, "What's this, Kate?" And she was like, "Oh, I already know how to do this." I was like, "I can see that.
Can see that.
Can tell."
Vanessa likes that white sun. Keeps talking about that white sun. This one. That one.
Those were going to be ornaments a long time ago.
Lots of bird girls in this one.
I didn't like how that face turned out. No.
The little beady-eyed face.
It looks not my favorite.
So lots of little
stuff, and then it works out.
There's one of these you can actually see really well. Some of them are hard to see.
I did. Some of those I made step outs for the TV. Like that little Medusa.
Little Medusa head. What else? Ooh, I've never seen that one.
Oh, I was gonna do a Santa.
Santa baby?
Yeah, just pitch that away.
I've never seen that. I've seen most of these, I think, but I've never seen Santa that I remember. He said there's a reason for that. I actually thought that came out, that looks really good, I think.
Does it?
I think so. I don't know why you like that.
I'm not a Christmas person, that's why.
That's why. Get that mold out and go make some Santas.
That was a bad paint job. Looks so terrible.
See, everybody has issues with their own work sometimes.
And sometimes, so another thing that Cynthia didn't show is that sometimes you fill up a mold and it doesn't go all the way to the top. You can add more to the top. So that's why sometimes like this Krampus is like two-tone, is because I have the molds. I have extra molds off to the side whenever I pour resin. And so that dark part was the dark resin, and then I just add them in layers. I did one that was like white and black and red, and it was on purpose.
I think we got through them all. I think we got through them all. Or at least most of them.
All right.
Whoop. Didn't see that one. Look at that skull.
I didn't carve that.
You didn't do that?
I didn't carve it. That's not for the Indonesian. That's the thing. That's that project.
Fantasy Stone project.
Fantasy.
Fantasy Stone.
Welcome to Fantasy Island. We saw that guy on the Golden Palace. I think that shows better than Golden Girls.
We've been watching the Golden Palace.
I can't work to that show. I get too distracted by
Sophia.
And Rose. Actually,
Rose is funny on that show. She is sassy on that show. So, Andrew just wanted to show you those because Cynthia's been doing them. If you missed Cynthia's live yesterday, you can watch the replay on their Facebook page, Green Girl Studios, and check that out because she was showing you how to pour resin and was doing the process right there. So if you want to check out that process, do be sure to head over to the Green Girl Studios page after this video and check that out. All right. Next up, lot CM14. CM14 is a jasper. Beautiful jasper strand. Lots of vibrant, like really saturated colors in here. This was originally $30 for the strand. It's now $24 if you get your order in before midnight to save 20% off during our sale for Cyber Monday. And if you see anything also in the online store, use code SBS for Small Business Saturday, SBS, and save 20% off everything in the online store if you haven't already. That sale also ends at midnight tonight. And also everything from our store tour. So if you want anything from our in-store collection, you can look at our store tour video and check that out and save 20% off that if you get your order in before midnight tonight. Get your emails into us. All right. Susan says Mookite question mark. I don't think parts of it may be, but it's not fully Mookite to call it Mookite. So we're just calling it jasper. But it is beautifully saturated. It does have some of that beautiful red, that reddy brown color that you get with Mookite. All right. So there you go. Mookite, not Mookite, jasper. $30 originally, now $24 if you order before midnight. Next up, CM15 Amazonite. Little Amazonite pebbles. Just a fun little strand. Little pebbles. This was $18. It's now $14.40 with the discount if you order before midnight. $14.40. Amazonite. Again, all these items are from Andrew's private collection. He's pulling out some things. As we were talking about earlier, Andrew took a cold shower and does not want to take any more cold showers. So he pulled some strands from his private collection to sell, to make money, to improve that situation. CM15 was $18, will be $14.40 if you order before midnight tonight. Next up, CM16 is another jasper, but a large jasper. Look at these. Look at these, everybody. These are nice, big, big pieces. Nice to make focals out of. Nice to make focals out of. Marianne says SBS code didn't work for the mystery grab bag. It should. If it's not, because I just put it in today. Let me see if Andrew can entertain you for a little bit and I can fix that. Because I don't want that to be when Andrew comes over next.
What is that?
Here, Andrew, entertain them a little bit. The SBS code isn't working for the grab bags. And I got to get that on there because I don't want you all to miss out on those.
Why, hello, everyone.
Hello. Show them some stuff, Andrew. I'm on Jasper here.
It looks nice, huh? I particularly like this flavor. It's got some nice patterning. I like it. They are big, make a good focal. If you're into that, make it, or you could make it. You'd have to add some spacers so it bend nicely, but I think they look nice. So this is lot CM16. They are $34, but with a 20% discount, they are $27.20. That's correct. I did the math on my calculator. Marion says that's my favorite one too. Yeah, I like it. It's got a nice pattern on it. It looks almost like fire. It's got that kind of red and gold combination station. The next one, what's the next one? That's CM16. All right, y'all. If y'all like that turquoise, how about them nuggets? I like this flavor station. This is lot CM17 at $60. I love this kind of blue green. It's got they're a little bit like a faceted nugget. They've got, they're not like completely tumbled down. It looks like somebody took the time to facet these a little bit. So there's a little bit of geometry in them. And I think it looks nice. Cynthia says you could try ultimate paint on those big squares. You could. Wouldn't that look nice? Little like those onyx ones that the Russian people used to paint. Wouldn't that be nice?
He says goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
I'm back. The code is now working, Marianne. So and everybody. So you can now get the 20% off the mystery grab bags. Just use code SBS. If you did already order one and you didn't get the discount, I'll go through and make sure you get that back.
Unless you don't want it.
Unless you don't want it, then we'll take that.
And put it towards our hot water heater.
Right.
Yay.
Yay. So here's Simple Cut. Turquoise.
Boil the water like Little House on the Prairie.
CM17 was $75, now $60.
Look how nice that is.
I know.
The color is so intense.
It is. They almost look fake. Like it's so rich.
Correct.
I love it.
You want to see a fake strand? I'll show you a fake strand.
Okay, let's look at a fake strand.
And you can compare.
Compare. Ooh, that looks fake from here. So here's the real.
This is the fake.
Here's the fake. It doesn't look too bad, actually.
Yeah.
Across the room, it looked really bright. It looked like almost like a glowing.
Some turquoise actually is that color, but that's not real turquoise, that one. The one stone is turquoise. The lot is real.
Michelle says, you always do the mystery grab bags when I can't buy. This is the first I think we've ever done a grab bag.
We did the like weird mystery kids.
We did mini mystery boxes before and large mystery boxes, but sorry, Michelle. Sorry.
Usually I guess it's that somebody, usually we do them when we need money. You'd be like, what calamity is befalling them this way?
I know. Next up, this is Mookaite, right?
That is.
This is Mookaite. Boom.
Chunky.
Chunky monkey. Lot CM18.
As Cynthia said, thick.
Thick. Thick.
With the CC at the end. Double C.
Double C. CM18 was $32, now $25.60. Bonnie says, you guys are late tonight. Yeah, we are. If you missed the beginning, that we told why.
For 2 hours.
For 2 hours, yeah. For an hour at least. So this is Mookaite. Big, chunky, monkey Mookaite. If y'all like this later time, video. Are we still live, everybody? Are we still live? Our end, it totally kicked us out of our app and we had to come back in. So maybe you heard all that. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you had to sign back on. Maybe you didn't. Marian says, pretty landscape. You're back. Okay, good. Cindy says, Greg wants to watch a show, so he says 5 is better.
Get bored with your family.
Greg has TV to watch, huh? Or he wants to watch our show. Maybe that means he wants to watch our show and 5's just better. Bonnie says you're back. Vanessa says you're back. Michelle says you're back. Marian says you're back. Anne says you're back. June says hi again. Slender says you are. Suzanne says yes. Thank you all. So we're back. This is Mookaite, large, chunky, monkey, lovely Mookaite. These are not light. Don't put these in your ears, everybody.
No, that's not good for earrings.
That's not good for earrings, but they are beautiful nuggets of Mookaite lot CM18. They were only $32, which was a good deal then. They're even a better deal now at $25.60. Ooh. All right. CM19. Let's get that in the camera. This is some blue lace agate, everybody.
I like that.
Blue lace agate, little drops. These are rich in color.
Little drops of heaven there.
Little drops of heaven.
Isn't that a song?
Drops of Jupiter.
Train.
That's train.
Same thing, right?
Same thing. Beautiful blue lace agate with that blue chalcedony, good for Mercury retrograde. I don't know when the next one is, but let's hope it's not for a while. I don't need.
What the one that killed me is that Jupiter in retrograde.
Oh, that was bad for you?
Yeah, it's called poverty.
We don't like that. That's not a good story.
So basically the past couple months.
Yeah, we're tired of that story.
Nah.
Lot CM19, $32, now $25.60. A lot of these are only $25.60, which I am really surprised. Okay.
I think when we originally priced them, we rounded down on some of them.
I think a lot we rounded down. Lot CM20, this was originally $75, now it's $60. It's another lot of that beautiful turquoise. This, I'm going to say, looks maybe a little smaller, chunky wise, not by much, but you can see I think this strand is a little bit on the smaller side as far as the size of the beads. This was the original one that we showed you just a little bit ago. So if you like a little smaller size, this would be the one to go for. Same price. CM20, $75 down to $60 if you order before midnight tonight. This is turquoise, real turquoise, everybody. You can see, always look, try and look inside the holes. Is it dyed? Because inside the holes sometimes are not dyed when they're dyed. These are nice. This is real stuff. Lot CM20, $75. Now $60. I love this simple cut. Okay, lot CM21, another mookite. Another mookite. Little nuggets this time. This
little
has that
nuggets of heaven.
little nuggets of heaven, little drops of heaven, little nuggets of heaven. This has that very typical mookite look, right?
The other one's more pale.
The other one's paler. This one, so like here, these are very deeply colored. These ones were the bigger ones. They're a little bit more pale. They have those pinks and yellows versus that red, that rich red.
Somebody done picked off all the red ones.
Yeah, this one is nice. The other one's nice too. It's just paler. I like the deeper colors, but I do like big beads. So I don't know. CM21 was $26. We'll go down to $20.80 with that 20% off if you get your order in by midnight, which is getting closer and closer now. We've now hit the 10 o'clock mark tonight. So you have another 2 hours to get your orders in, both in the online store and here, but as well on the live store tour video if you saw anything in the store that you would like.
You know, at a certain point at like 5 o'clock today, it looked like how it looks now.
Yeah, it was what I went out for dinner today, and I was driving. It was about 5:30, and it was as dark as midnight, like
pitch black.
Pitch black, like full, no little bit of sun on the horizon. And so we're like living in the dark times right now, everybody. And it feel like it. I'm so tired all the time.
The other day when the sun came out, I felt like I had so much energy. I could have like built a house with my hand. And I built a table.
Oh no. Marianne says Mercury retrograde is December 29th through January 18th.
Perfect.
While
we're away.
While we're away. There you
go. ECU, here we come.
Okay, so this is lot CM22, was $32. That's like a theme. Was $32, now $25.60. This is carnelian, everybody. As I choke on something.
I could use a tea right now.
I know, wouldn't that be nice? We do have tea.
No sugar.
Oh. I don't know. Barb brought in a kettle and tea.
That.
And so
What's she used for water?
She brings water, I guess.
I was like, I hope she uses the dehumidifier water.
I know, right? The various bottles of water we have around.
She lives around the corner, by the way.
Yeah, she just lives like literally much closer than us to the cottage. So these are carnelian simple cut nuggets drops. And they are stunning, everybody. Like, I love a good quality carnelian. This is beautiful. Like, it's got that fiery color, that fiery feeling to it. Beautiful. CM22, $25.60 on sale. CM23, everybody. What is this one? Where's my, what is this? There's no bag. Is that a mookite?
Agate and jasper.
Agate and jasper.
It's a mix.
Agate and jasper mix, everybody. CM23. Yeah, you can, there's a see-through, there's not a see-through. Jasper, agate. Jasper, agate. Jasper, agate. Pretty much. And then jasper, 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 agate, jasper, jasper, jasper.
It's kind of like a peachy color.
It is a nice peachy color. That would go nicely with these pink opals from earlier. Look at those together.
It brings out the oranges in them.
In the pink opal, yeah, that orangey color. Beautiful, beautiful together. This was CM8, if you're wondering. And this is CM23. Susan says, interesting cut. Yes, it is. It looks like a peace sign, everybody. I like that on that edge. It looks like a peace sign. So there you go. Beautiful color. Agate and jasper together. CM23. Okay, CM24. This is Party Stone. Synthetic calsilica. So synthetic stone, but it's fun, right? Party Stone. Yeah, why not? Party Stone.
Maybe it'll catch on.
You never know if it'll. Andrew says maybe it'll catch on. So this is CM24. Was $24. Now is $19.20. Cynthia says, "Love that weirdness." Right?
Kind of groovy.
It is a groovy stone.
That's a word that is kind of a specific time.
Yeah, it is groovy. Groovy of a specific time, right?
Stinko.
Stinko.
Let's get stinko.
I don't remember that.
It means drunk.
I missed that, I guess.
I was watching some movie and they were talking about the last line of the movie is let's get stinko.
Is that like British English?
No.
No?
It's like movie 30s. It's that movie that's really depressing. She ends up making this empire out of making pies, and then she gets this like gigolo dude who like bleeds her dry.
Oh, I like that movie though. That was based on a real story, right?
Yeah,
True story.
So.
Marion says it is more common in Britain. I thought so. That sounded familiar to me. Lot CM24 was $24. $19.20 for the synthetic calsilica, or we're calling it Party Stone. Groovy Party Stone.
It's like that when they did that The Wizard of Oz. Remember that movie with James Franco? And people are like, why is he talking so funny? But that's how they would, when they did the acting, that's how they would talk.
Lot CM25. The last lot of this evening is quartz and agate. So just like this lot CM3 that we had earlier, these would be nice together. Have both of those in your collection. This was CM3. This is CM25. CM25. These are ovals instead of the corner cut squares, as Andrew says, the proper term. I call them diamonds.
How about give them a prize?
Oh, Andrews likes to give y'all prizes. He's getting a prize ready for y'all. So this is CM25, $32, now $25.60 if you order before midnight tonight, everybody, Eastern time.
Let's do 2 prizes.
2 prizes. So what do you got to do to get the prize?
They got to buy something.
You got to claim something?
Okay. So if you get something, we'll drop this in with another of the strands. Does that make sense? Or it's going to be how they call it, a stowaway.
A stowaway. So what is this, Andrew?
Synthetic malachite.
Synthetic malachite. And it looks like malachite and azurite.
Mm-hmm.
And
He's
then
got the whole world in his hands. They look like little earths.
They do look like little planets.
Little earths.
Okay, so that's one. And then this is the other.
So if nobody orders anything, then I'll keep them.
We'll keep them. And these are like $12 or $14 strands, I think. That's
they're not a bad price.
That's a nice little bonus. So you'll get one, somebody will get one of these. One of this one, one of this one. If you order from this video today, those will be just popped in with somebody's order. Plus you get 20% off.
Did anybody order anything?
I don't know. I don't have my email. I don't know. Did y'all order anything? I'm going to put you on the spot. Okay. So that's that. That's the end of the show. Let me flip my Marianne says fun prize I ordered. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me flip this camera back around. Hi, everybody. Let me raise the camera up.
Why,
all right.
Hello.
Why, hello. Hello again. So yeah, Hopefully you like
Darkness,
that.
my old friend.
Dark. It is. Look how dark. It's like pitch black out.
It's so dark.
It feels like we've been enveloped by the void.
Yeah,
Honestly.
you know, what is that? That it's a show or maybe a movie, and they get scooped up, and then they're like on an alien planet, and they can't leave their house because then they go like into the outer space or something. That is how it feels.
Yeah. I feel like we are living in a bubble of black, and this is our only way out, is to talk to you through these videos, because I look out the windows and I can't see lights. I don't even see the neighbor's house, like, because from where I'm sitting there's nothing but black. I feel like I'm in a black hole, and our way to reach you is through the fiber optic lights of the internet reaching your home. And it's insane, and it's been like this since at least 5 or 5:30 today.
Hey, so, does anybody want to buy this one?
Oh, does anybody want to buy Andrew's?
I mean, that's not perfect.
I know Anne talked about it first, so I guess I'll give first dibs if Anne wants this. But this is Be Kind and Be Bold. If you'd like this, send us an email if you'd like it. And if you're still watching, your email will count first since you asked about putting it on the show. But if anybody else wants it, send us an email too. And if Anne says no, or she doesn't email, then we will go ahead and move to the next person. How much, Andrew?
$20.
$20. I was going to say 25, y'all. So $20, no discount on that, but that's already discounted. $20, because I would have said 25. $20, everybody. Anne says thank you. So if you'd like it, Anne, send us an email. If you don't want it, we will move on to anybody else who sends us an email for that. It says Be Kind and Be Bold. That's a handmade heart by Andrew. Who made those? The Be Kind, Be Bolds.
Me.
Andrew made those too. Made the whole thing. So $20 if you want that.
I made it the hard way.
The hard way?
Yeah, I had an idea of making them like the Be Bold and the Be Kind look like little tiles. And then so instead of just embedding it in the clay directly, I drilled it out and then glued it as opposed to just embedding it.
Yeah.
So if you want to learn how to do things the hard and laborious way,
Andrew's got you covered.
Tune in tomorrow.
Who knows what Andrew's going to show you tomorrow? But he usually does a demo or tutorial on Tuesdays.
What do you all want to do?
What do you all want to do? He asks.
I'm kind of tapped out in my brain hole.
Yeah, our brain is not working much. So I'm surprised we got this together for you all today.
I know. It was a miracle. Only 3 hours late.
I know. And it was totally, but we did throw it together here at the last minute, which is good that we were able to do that because we had planned other things and they failed.
Didn't work out. I cut myself too.
Andrew cut himself.
So when I'm scrubbing metal later with the ice cold water.
With the ice cold water.
Maybe I can use the microwave to like
warm up a little water. We're gonna all hover near the microwave. Turn on the oven tonight.
Is it like the Great Depression? Do we have to
like Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Do we have to like share our underwear now or something?
Anissa says, I am wanting the seed beads. Did they go through the stash? It looked really good. All those seed beads we thought about doing. We have not done those yet.
It's too much work.
It's a lot of work. Because each of those strands is very delicate. And because they're vintage, each of the threads holding those strands together is very hard to work with. So if you don't mind maybe bags instead of strands, maybe we'll look at doing some of those.
Because we bought them by the hank.
Yeah, so we have like for example, we bought them by the hank. So each one of these is a separate individual strand, and they're kind of like double strands. And they're on very, very thin, falling apart threads. So every time we try to pull them off the hank, every time I try to pull them off the hank, they go everywhere. They go everywhere. So if we can cut them off and put them in bags and you'll buy them that way, that's a possibility. That would be easier. But I am not going to try to pull them off and tie the hanks or tie the strands together because it's bad times. I am not built for that. I don't have the patience for that. Andrew does, but he's busy.
No, that's called I made myself have that kind of patience.
I don't. And I don't want to make myself have that kind of patience. I don't enjoy that kind of work at all.
I don't enjoy it either, but
I'm never going to have it. Vanessa says, I have an inquiry about something in the shop you didn't actually show, and I don't know how much it is, would like to get in. I took a picture of it. Just send us an email. As long as you get the email in before midnight, you can get the discount if you choose to buy it once we go through the questions. So just make sure you send us that email if you have a picture of it. And if I have to get back to you, doesn't matter. Like I said, us being late and responding to you does not mean that you don't get the discount. If it's our fault, you still get the discount. Michelle says, easier in bags with seed beads. Yes, it is. It is. And this says, I will call you. My phone is doing weird things. You can call, but the thing is the store phone does not come to the cottage. So the easiest way truly is to send us an email, because I can get my email here and look through things for you. If you call me at the store and you say, do you have pink and blue and yellow glitter-like beads? I'm going to say, I don't know. So you can, plus I may not be at the store for the next few days.
These are my beads. So
yeah, these are also Andrew's beads, and he has to determine whether we let them go or not. So email is always best because we can reply in our own time. I'm literally actually not awake sometimes during the day. So, and our helpers will have no clue on how to help you with this stuff here at the cottage.
Because they've been to the cottage twice.
Yeah. And they don't know what beads are here. I don't even know what beads are all here.
Only I do.
Only Andrew does. So truly, you can call. And but that is not the easiest way to get things done. I will say that, but you can do it. But email is best. Let us know what colors you're looking for, and for the seed beads, and we can see if Andrew's going to let any of them go or not. Mm-hmm. But of course, at some point, if he decides to let them go, we'll be doing a whole show on them. So that's the way things work generally. Okay, I think that's it. We got to get some work done tonight. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for all of you who are able to purchase and have purchased. And if you have any questions, remember, getting those questions in before midnight tonight locks you in to be able to save 20% when I'm able to answer your questions, hopefully tomorrow night. All right? Probably, maybe even after some of you go to bed. So I will work through my emails throughout the night tomorrow.
Well, I'm about to go to bed.
I know. We're all like, if I don't look tired...
Go ahead, turn it off now. Ready.
Drew is ready. He's usually one going on and on at the end.
But I'm getting dry. My throat is dry like a husk, so I need to get my drink.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Remember to save SBS in the online store through midnight to save 20% off everything there, including the new mystery grab bags that we just put up there. All right?
Yeah, help us pay for our hot water heater.
Thank you, everybody. Bye now.
See ya.